Majorie Bartolome. Now, this is season 3. I already know you guys are very supportive, heavily supported, and why I had to Lily not in the second season, but why we have to transition to season 2.5. Season 2.5 will have Mama Chi-Chi, Aquafina's video, and various other videos that I forgot to finish. But this season is going to be really heat. And the reason why is because Sean kept on Lily delaying information. Yo, Lily, are we going to get animated? Are we going to get Mom in the studio? Are we doing this and that? What are you trying to do, Lily? We have so much shit, Lily. Fucking Lily. So Sean being iffy and stuff like that, I couldn't finish the fucking stories. But Lily, are we really going to fucking Lily start the new year with fucking 2 seasons? So for now, we're in season 3. And season 2.5, we'll pick up. Because I wasn't planning on doing a season 4 unless it was in person. And trust me, I love explaining these videos. There's one that I'm excited to explain called Me versus Vincent, which is one of the heaviest fucking battles. It's like Lily, it's like me and Justin versus Lily, Max and Chance combined. It's crazy. It's 10 times better than Me versus Courtney. So remember, this season is all about half hood voice, half Robin, because you have to understand, Lily, the reason why I can't get away with this last year is because I have to understand that we are slowly transitioning, whether we have Sean or not. But the bad part about that is, Lily, I can't rely on the same shit. So this is a Beat by Mario Unlocked exclusive, Lily. Easter egg, last year I had to resort to making my own beach because my company is trying to sell me out short. You know, making my process very strenuous to a point where I need, you know, different music because I know I'll sell myself a dream. That's why I've been having so many restrictions on my channel, because you have to understand, I'm not making Mama Chi-Chi in season 3. That's the whole point of season 2 was the storytelling. The comedy was just extra. But anyway, as we commence to season 2.5, I'm starting off for another Sabo video, and this is all about the girl that I got another statement that was Lily down by hood mentality, and her name is Majorie Bartolome. So I originally loved Kumar from One Piece, and his name is Bartolome Kumar, and he is Lily when I got caught up in One Piece while I was struggling junior year. What ended up happening is I got suspended with my girl, and I ended up having to watch One Piece all like in marathon because Lily, I couldn't go out, I couldn't do shit like that. I was basically on probation and shit. So Lily, and that's why I started drawing Goodbye. So I started like Lily drawing Goodbye and watching the War of Best all the way from Kumar to the War of Best my junior year in high school. I ended up watching One Piece in history class. And I had 2D animation class, and my teacher's name was Bartolome. He was a very good animation teacher. He was very buff, very strenuous, and he would actually help me alongside the way. There was a day where we had a sexual harassment presentation in my 2D animation class where I had Jenny and Stephanie, and I confessed to him off screen that Lily, I felt so bad about Lily, you know, trying to cop the feel on girls in junior high, and he confessed to me that Lily, I saw his big ass fucking muscles and shit, and Lily, he revealed to me that, yo, I understand your pain, and that's why he had to become a gang member. What ended up happening, he probably sent somebody when I was trying to go to community college to let me know I'm dealing with all this because I met a standard, but a gang is required me to do more. So after I lose to Sabo, they're figuring out how they gonna rate me because I beat the first guy with ease, and we can't, you know, upload Sabo right away because they'll be unprofessional. He's already mid-tier. Even though I am a prodigy, they needed something, you know, else to be in the way. Like, they needed somebody my own ranked rival to keep it on TV. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. You let Steezo be a prodigy, you let X be a prodigy, but as soon as I come in, I'm a threat. Sabo got his ass kicked by both X and Steezo. You keep it around just to suck dick. So anyway, what ended up happening was this. Literally, there was this girl on the bus I met named Majorie Bartolome, and she was very sexy, had a butt. The worst thing I noticed was her butt, and we both had the same phone at the time. And what ended up happening was this. So I ended up getting her number, and so Lily, I heard that she was in the battle rap because she told me she was in the poetry, and she invited me to work for, you know, what's that called, like open nights. And Lily, what ended up happening is I had one of my friends, you know, drive me. There was this guy named Andy, who I explained in another video, who was really hyped on anime, who I was taking advantage of. He had the car, but he came from a good family. I didn't. I was trying to be gangster, and I was shoving shit down fucking Andy's throat. Like, Lily, you know, if me and Majorie had kids, we'd have some sexy ass kid. He's like, calm down, that's self-loathing. That's true. You don't want to fucking get that fucking free on mine. This is a no civilian trying to help me out, and Lily, you're forcing sex on him because you won't give him too much fucking shit. And that's why I ended up dropping out of college, because I was in that impossible fucking situation. So it ended up happening is this, is Majorie ended up inviting me to literally fucking, you know, her open nights. If you don't know who Majorie is the girl in Dark Game Chapter 9. Go back to Dark Game Chapter 9, you'll be able to understand like where I came from, because I got tired of dealing with her shit because she always act flirtatious, but I'm dealing with hormones. I'm getting rejected all throughout high school. So what makes Majorie so unique? She was actually made for me and Clown the ARL, because Lily, Mr. Bartolome was sick. her in order to like let me know that I was dealing with a life struggle. So what ended up happening is literally I see her ass, I see everything. I see everything but results, and that's not gonna fly. What ended up happening was literally she gave me her number, but I wasn't hyped because of what the context is. Oh, you give me your number, but you forced me to go try to meet with my friends. How is that supposed to get romantic? Anyway, and I can't be patient. I can't be patient because of what the fuck I went through in high school. But nevertheless, the arrow doesn't want to take shit seriously. So anyway, what ended up happening was this. I ended up meeting this poet on the bus, and I ended up telling the arrow about her and Lily. So I ended up talking to Bush, and he's like, "Where's Brian's girl?" And it was hella stupid because Lily, you have to understand, they got aware of that because it was a lot, but this broke the arrow because Bushido used to get, you know, paid at McDonald's, but Lily fucking, I guess he got fired or something. Lily works with Mr. Piccolo in order to keep his shit afloat, and Mr. Piccolo's from the dark day and that. So you know Bush is full of shit. You know Bush resorts on fucking gangster tactics in order to keep his fucking, you know, channel alive, even though he claims to be 100% square. But you know, I don't blame him because that's what you have to do when you're living on your own. If you're living on your own, outside your mom, I don't care what your methods are, as long as you don't bring me. Ended up happening is I linked Marjorie's YouTube channel. So what ended up happening was this. See, like Lily, Philly was all like, bro, Lily, what the fuck's going on? I saw his one video. Was he have poetry? Was he said she was pregnant to a butterfly? Lily, it was hella fucking funny. I was dying. Lily, this and that. Lily, but what ended up happening was I noticed that she was ugly, but you know, I was used to getting rejected. All I saw was the ass, and her face is kind of wrinkly, and I noticed she had wide lips. So I'm like, okay, her face is kind of weird because I'm a virgin at the time. When you grow up, those are dick sucking lips. Those are Angelina Jolie lips, and those not dick sucking lips. Those are Angelina Jolie lips. I'm sorry. So she's hella ugly, and he sent her there on purpose to let you guys know this is what they're gonna be focused off of, Lily, because they're gonna try to deny. It's a gangster's job to like Lily fucking attack a baby mama or any girl for her Lily for features that stand out like Jacinia. They try to say that she has a nose like a horse, but that's the regular. You know how many Mexican girls look like that? You can't stop that from getting pussy. Like you have to understand that, Lily. And that's what's a gangster's job. Is to put emphasis on that. You know, when people went through that in the older generation, guess what they said? Only does she let you ride her back, she drives you to work. They used to go crazy when it came to girls. If you were fucking immoral, no matter what you have, like a girl or anything, fucking they would be able to roast you because everybody was used to dating and shit. But Lily, what ended up happening was this. They tried to deny like Lily, she was fine and ugly. The whole reason why they made sure that she was gonna have interest and she wasn't gonna try to be a slut. But since I was fucking horny, this is the fucking decision that they're making. I realized this guy's a fucking genius. Like Lily, they're trying to outguard me. Well, Lily, so what if I give you a girl? And Lily, what if I put it plain and simple that it's good for Jana even though she's ugly? Lily, it makes you feel like a sick person because that's the shit I'm on today. Lily, you don't understand, Lily. The voice and everything had me seducted and captivated, and the thing is, Sabo saw that and he got scared and he started hacking her HTML code, removing videos that were like seductive, and Lily, because she went through a phase in life where I put her through where she couldn't act like she wasn't horny anymore, so she started going on family trips around the world. Lily tried to pretend that she wasn't horny, but it all came down to arrow shit. I had Tsunade in cosplay as my profile picture, and literally, fucking, I posted Marjorie's video. He's like, Lily, after I lose to Sabo, after I just beat Stone, and they're still trying to say that my flow is so singing songly, your flow is childish, this is a real rap league, this and that. I'm not all of a sudden I bring a girl in, Lily, there's a lot of shit guys like she's ugly, she's wrinkled, but because you know she has the ass and this and that, you want to keep her around because Lily, there's no reverse psychology in that. And you know what, that's a girl you think is easy, but once you get inside you have to compete. And I realized that because she's Asian and she has a butt, you're gonna be chased down by Asian Crip gang, Lily, a desperate white guy instantly if you don't fucking Lily claim territory before you look at her. So it all came down to this. Hey Riz, where the girl at, man? I'm like, bro, she's at work. And Lily, he's like, whoa, man, who's that bring him over here? Like, Lily, fucking, that's the only reason why we keep you here, Riz. And then I have to right to say this, like, then why'd you bring me here in the first place? You gotta understand, where I come from, that soggy means soft, and that means that butt is extra fucking tushy. That butt is Lily hella fucking though good, righteous, you know. Lily, I imagine her remembering her back when I was in college. I got to remember today, but that shit took a while. That shit took at least 10 years for me to like Lily get that result. And the arrow knew nothing about that. They tried to gaslight. You know what happened? They were scared shitless because this is a girl outside the arrow, very fucking ugly, very fucking reasonable. Gerard Riz got her number, and they all know that this is showing them that they're hiding for whom they always been. They have all these facts online, but where it came down to it, a piece of meat is what's gonna make you guys think critically, not this fucking rap leak. And that was true. And they tried to attack Majorie, saying this, and that. Whole poetry. Why can't you bring her in the arrow? And it's showing me that you guys were dead, but you had the excuse of being anime fans, right? That's where all right down. house. So where Marjorie went shattered, and I currently got shattered pregnant. So if you all know, this season is gonna be heavy on the ARL news, like ARL, Lily, how they made like Lily, Sabo, and Troy all going to death. I might have to go to the death of Stezo and Extremists and push come to shove. I want to interview with them, Lily, about their funk with Sabo, because they had funk with Sabo before me, and I ended their trilogy because we all come from California. They both come from LA, so what Sabo tried to say is that they met our industry standard, and I met the standards of people who couldn't be E40. So, you know, fucking, we all know how that, you know, Lily.